Hello gamers, and welcome to another edition of Tonight on Magehammer's Game Table, where we have a playthrough narrative game. Sure, 6 Dice Wastelands, my own homebrew post-apocalyptic role-playing game, in my 6 Dice engine, so to speak. And this is episode 9. And in the last episode, our heroes returned back from a mission to discover that their town, Cratertown, had been sacked and destroyed, and their people, the humans in their community, enslaved or captured, and the mutants or altered humans in their community of Cratertown have been slain and burned. There was a symbol of the Silver Knights, a group that is dedicated to eradicating all mutations and mutants from the face of the post-apocalyptic world that some call Gamma Terra and others call the Wastelands. And they mourned, they scavenged what they could. They returned back to the city from whence they had come and asked for help. The Lord Mayor of that city asked for volunteers. 24 people volunteered, and they have 2 vehicles, and our heroes flew in on the airship that the city has, while the rest of the 24 drove in on vehicles. They came to Cratertown, and they are now waiting and trying to figure out how they're going to find and assault the Silver Knights' base of operations. Well, our heroes from Cratertown are Cherry Red. She is a human. Catmandu. She is a mutated animal. This is Testermon. He is a mutant or altered human. And this is Gronk, also a mutant / altered human. And now the story begins. Continues. So, in the 24 citizens that have traveled with our heroes to the ruins of Cratertown is a man, a human man. He steps forward and he says, "Hello, my name's Elias, and I want you to know that I had been captured by the Silver Knights at one point, but I escaped. Luckily, I was human. They didn't kill me right out like they do to altered humans, your folk, or altered animals for that matter. But I know where their base in this area is, and I can take us there. That's got to be where they took them. I can also track, so of course I'll track and make sure as we go. But that's the reason I volunteered for this trip. It's time to need to get my licks back in on them, them horrible faction of people, tribe, group, whatever they call themselves." Testermon says, "In our village, we call such groups cryptic alliances, but you can call them whatever they like." Yeah, so I can lead the way. I'll be in the lead truck. We're going to go there. And so he said about vehicle and the airship and our vehicles here, our trucks, we should be there in just 3 days time, really. If on foot, it'd be a lot longer, and it's through fairly dangerous. I mean, you guys are aware of where you live here. You know how dangerous or not dangerous it is. So yeah. So I'm more than willing to help. I'm willing to get in a few licks on these people. So let's do this. So they, Cherry Red says, "Well, so what's their base like?" "Well, it is an underground base, but the top part is a fortified, I guess a word that I've heard in ancient texts is a bunker. The top, there's a reinforced doors. My plan is, and there's a fence around their place. But my plan is we just ram one of our trucks straight through the fence, straight into their door, and knock it in. They're going to have guards outside, and there'll more than likely be resistance inside. But that's all I really remember. I was blindfolded when I was put in, they drove us there, but then they blindfolded us before they took us in. And then I was in a room for a while, and then I managed to, one of the guards, they brought us out to do some farming, and then one of the guards fell asleep and I escaped. And that's how I'm here today. But that's all I really remember. But I remember it was a bunker on top, surrounded by a fence, and there was, it's the ruins of the ancients. The underground portions, ruins of the ancients. So once we get there, hopefully more details will come back to me. I don't know what their numbers are like, but I'm sure it's quite a few. They do have quite a few people living on the other side of the fence and not necessarily underground. That's where they keep their prisoners. So maybe we can keep them busy up top while you go in and infiltrate and rescue whatever of your villagers that are still alive. Okay. Sounds like a plan. Thank you so much for all this. We really truly appreciate all your help and putting your lives at risk just for us. Hey, I wouldn't be here today if you've done a great service to our city, and I wouldn't be here today if I just turned away help from people, and so it's now my turn to give back. Well, thank you. So now they our heroes pile into the airship. There's the same pilot, of course, she's driving. And once again, Testermon takes the energy cannon up, or the shrapnel cannon up there. And they take off. They start following the truck, and they make their way to the base. So they stop, and it takes 3 days. Nothing messes with the flying machine. Nothing messes with the trucks. This is a fairly settled area around Cratertown, the direction they're going. And B, the creatures don't want to mess with these mechanized transports. So, for the most part, it's a quiet trip to the Silver Knights bunker. So, they land the airship quite, I'd say maybe even half a day's trip. They stop the vehicles. They don't want to make too much noise as they come close. The vehicles are electric, and they don't make much noise at all, really. If you've ever ridden in a Tesla, they don't make any noise when they're driving. And at this stop off, Gronk's like, oh, he sees something, and he goes, I think I remember this area. Hold on. And he disappears into the forest, the surrounding forest. And he comes back after an hour, and he's carrying a metal railroad track. And I've decided to add another die to his already 7 dice. So he's going to be rolling 8 dice when he swings with his railroad track club. I said that he was going to eventually upgrade that, and then in the comments, number 1 fan Chris said he couldn't wait for that to happen. So here you go. He's got himself a railroad metal, and he's wrapping around a handle, so a grip on it, and he's ready to go. So Elias says, I'm gonna go forward and scout. I'm gonna take a scout with me, and we'll come back. We're gonna check the place out, and we'll be back. So they disappear into the forest, and they're gone for several hours. We won't be back till dark. So they get back eventually. Everybody circles their wagons, hangs out in the truck, has some meals, starts planning things as best they can. Who's gonna do what? Who's gonna do what kind of supplies they have, what kind of weapons they have. And then as twilight falls, there's a rustling in the forest, and Elias and the scout he took with him emerged from the forest. And Elias says, okay, it's exactly where I thought it was. And it is surrounded by a chain fence or metal fence. And then it is a bunker above ground. And there's many guards outside. So my plan is we run the trucks in, break through that door, back up. You 4 go in the doors into the complex while we fight off the ones outside. I think that's the best approach. We'll keep them real busy. Now, they have some nasty weaponry on top of the roofs of their bunker. So, might want to have the airship go and drop bombs on them. I don't know. Flaming bottles of flame. Maybe something like that. Very well. We are going to fly in, Cherry Red says, on your flying machine, and we will drop down on top of the roof of the bunker and then jump into the opening made by the vehicle that you ram into it. All right, sounds like a plan. Let's get her done. So they start forward in the morning. They're going to leave. They're going to leave so that they get there in time for dawn. So everybody's got a couple hours of sleep, and they're going to leave under the cover of darkness. So the sleep time passes uneventfully, and they make their way into the air, and the trucks go forward, and they are going on to save the survivors and avenge Cratertown. So, okay, so they get within a few hundred yards of the gate, and Elias says, "This is it." So they go forward real fast, break through the gate. They're shooting out the windows of the truck at the people that are in the compound. They're all dressed in the Silver Knights armor, Silver Knights winged helmets. On top of the bunker, they're letting loose with a laser cannon. It's hitting the truck, but the truck has force fields, and it hits the force fields and sizzles off. And they slam one of the trucks into the doors. Just as the airship hovers over the bunker, our heroes drop down. The truck slams into the bunker and then backs up, opening up the front door. Our heroes then drop down and they enter into the hole made by the truck. There's blasts, screams, yells going on. Gronk is leading, of course. And immediately they are met with resistance. All along this hallway that you see forming here in front of you are barrels and other kinds of barricades that help prevent a full frontal assault here. But so that means if our heroes shoot at the people that are behind the bunkers or whatever, they hit them on, because they have such cover, they hit them on 6s, which of course is 2 successes, because if you hit, you really hit. So Gronk doesn't have patience for this and goes charging down, and close, like right in front of him, is somebody hiding behind a crate. So he just swings his massive railroad track, gets the reroll, and missed. Holy moly! He has the big mutation, the large mutation, so that gives him an additional die in strength, and his melee attacks strike 2 successes on 5+, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 successes on a Silver Knight. Because he's behind cover, Gronk is right on top of him, though. That cover applying to ranged weapons at this case, but not his actual massive metal club that he's just slamming this guy with. So 13, this is a normal Silver Knight, and so he has a 4D, he has a 5D because he has a shield, and that's 2 successes, that's 11, so he basically becomes Blood Mist, and he is shattered by Gronk. Testermon can see past Gronk to another guy behind a barricade. He sees him. He feels his mind, and he lets blast a mental blast, because that doesn't matter as far as cover goes, and he gets 1 success, but he has he's skilled in mind talents, so he gets a reroll miss. Still doesn't matter, so he does 3 damage to one of those guys that is hiding behind the barricade. There are another 4 further down the hall, and there are 3 here behind barricades that Gronk is quickly making quick work of. So Gronk is kind of not quite in the way. I know it kind of looks like he's in the way here, but he's kind of moving, of course, and so Kathmandu is going to let loose with his laser rifle, her laser rifle. And it's 5D, hitting on 3, but because they're behind the crates, she only hits on 6s. So if she hits on 6s, that's 2 successes, and gets to re-roll a miss. So gets 1 success, or basically 1. So it's 2 success, 1 6, which is 2 successes, and he saves 1, but not 2, and takes another point of damage. And that's 1 on the right over here. That is where, sitting next to the decapitated and bloodied corpse that Gronk created. And then finally Cherry Red lets fly with her Magnum pistol. It does additional successes on 5+, but needs a 6 to hit, and she's not skilled in anything, so she misses. The Magnum pistol flies awry. All right, so now we go to initiative. Now that the surprise round is over, anybody rolls a 4 on this roll goes before the enemy. Anybody that doesn't goes after. They all go before the enemy. Gronk is going to just smash down on the one that was cowering behind the barricade behind the one that he's already taken out. And he gets to re-roll a failed roll. And so 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And 9 successes this time. The Silver Knight saves 3 of them, takes 6. Still up and fighting. Kathmandu unleashes another laser rifle blast. 2, or only hits on 6s currently because it is behind cover. All right, there you go. 4 successes. And saves 4. Wow. Wow. Awesome. That's awesome. So the silver armor actually probably deflected some of the laser light. And then Testermon can't use a mental blast for another 2 rounds. So he is going to use he has a stun pistol, stun ray pistol, or a normal pistol. He's just going to shoot off with a normal pistol currently, because he doesn't know what to do with that cover. So he hits on a 6. So that's 2 successes. Guy on the left has to save against, and he only saves 1, takes a point of damage. All right, these guys have regular, they just have swords and shields currently. I'll give them crossbows, because that makes sense that they're down this hall. They should have ranged weapons, so they're gonna have swords and light crossbows. All right, cool. So that brings us to Cherry Red. Let's fire with her Magnum and gets 4 successes. That's better than last time. And he saves 1. So he takes 3 damage, and that was the one on the left that they've been picking on, still up. And so the one that's behind the crate just rises up with his sword and attacks Gronk. Die, human, or mutated filth. And he gets 2 successes. Gronk has a 4 armor and saves both of those. So it's good. The other 2 on the other side, one shoots off a crossbow bolt at Testermon. Ooh, 6 successes. Testermon is wearing light armor and absorbs 2 and takes 4 damage. Ouch. Nice. Poor Testermon. And then there's a 3rd attack, and that one is gonna actually hit Testermon too, because they don't like mutants, and he can't really see Kathmandu. So, and he gets 1 success, and Testermon easily dodges that. All right, so back to initiative. Okay. Anybody rolls a 4 goes before? Yep, they're all going before. Just their advantage. The ones down the hall now are getting saucy, so they're going to start firing off their crossbows now that they've recovered from the shock of what's going on. Gronk is going to smash the one in front of him. Reroll a missed roll. Wow. That's not great, Gronk. So 4 successes on the guy. And he saves 2, takes 2, still up, still fighting. That Silver Knight will not die to human or to mutated filth. But Kathmandu might take him out, has laser rifles, going to fire off the laser rifle. And hits on 2 successes. Gets to reroll agility. Still 2 successes. And that cover is helping a lot, and so they absorb no problem. Okay. I think playtesting wise, I think for ranged weapons, instead of increasing or minimizing the attacker, since it's defense, it might make sense to add to the defense dice of the person hiding behind the cover. I might do that. I might think about that for playtesting further on this system. In the meantime, that leaves us with. All right, so that was. I got distracted by the playtesting stuff. That was Kathmandu. So now we're gonna go to Testermon. Testermon's gonna fire off a pistol, and misses, and flies off the barricade, and that leaves us with Cherry Red. 5 dice on the Magnum pistol, and she gets 2. I think she gets to reroll agility. Nope, she doesn't. So 2 successes on the guy on the left, and easily dodges that or avoids the damage. So now they're back. The one that's fighting Gronk attacks with his sword and misses. No successes at all. Crossbow bolt at Testermon. 2 successes. Testermon has to save. Sorry, I bumped the camera there, folks. Didn't mean to rock your world, like literally. All right, here we go. Easily saved the damage. Dodged well. Another crossbow at Testermon. 2, 3, 4. Let's see if... And absorbs only 1 of them, so it takes 3 more damage. Ouch. The other, there's another 4 at the other end. They fire off crossbows at Gronk because he looks pretty formidable. They don't want him anywhere near him with his railroad tie, so they're going to fire off. Let's see, 3. There's 4 of them. I'll roll a bunch of different dice. Speed it up. They fire away at Gronk. All right, so 1. So there's 2 successes there. 1 success there. 3 successes there. You know, so first big target, they did some missing there. Wow. Okay, sweet. Good for Gronk. All right, so Gronk has to save against these 3. Saves 1, takes 2. He's down to 19. Then he has to save against 1. And he easily dodges that. And then dodges, let's see if he dodges 2. And he does, easily. So the crossbow bolts just kind of ping off whatever limited armor and his tough skin. And so that brings us back to initiative. All right, so 2, 3, 3, 3. 3, 3, 2, 2. And it looks like everybody's going before the Silver Knights again. Now there's yelling, screaming, battle going on outside behind them firing off energy weapons, Gronk bellowing as he swings his railroad tie at this guy. And so 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. He's not going to survive that. He mathematically can't. Takes 9, just smashed him to the ground. Then Gronk just kind of, he's going to smash, he steps over the barricade, and he's going to be there, and he's going to try to smash these 2 guys here, and has his back to the other crossbow, so hopefully they'll target him and not his friends. And Testermon, I think, can unleash a mental blast this round, so he does it on the one guy, and he gets 3 successes, gets the reroll failed, so he gets 4 successes. So that's 43 damage, 5, 6, 7 damage to that one. So he drops, his brain fried in his skull. Kathmandu fires off a laser rifle and hits on 6s. All right, so 4 successes. The Silver Knight absorbs 2 of those and takes 2 damage. This one, he is hardy and hale, has not yet been wounded. And the Magnum goes off in these close confines and gets 1 in there. Great. 2 successes. And he only dodges 1, takes another point of damage. All right, so he turns around and attacks Gronk, and is so rattled by Gronk that he doesn't even come close to touching him. Then we have another 4 crossbow bolts flying at him. right, so 1 success, 3 successes, 1 success, no, 3 successes, 1 success, and 1 success. All right, here we go. Gronk's got a dodge. Let's go the 1 success. He doesn't dodge it, takes a point. All right, the 1 success here. He dodges that one. The 3 success there. He dodges that, and then the 3 success here. And he takes 1. All right. Initiative. All right, so far there's a door down at the end of here, and there's no one else in this hallway currently, so might be Gronk. Gronk's had enough, so he goes towards the guys with the crossbow and attacks one of them at the end of this hall. Is he off camera? Probably. So he goes forward, swings at one of them over the barricade, rerolling a failed. So he gets 2, 4, 6, 7 successes on one of them. Dude screams in pain as the metal strikes his armor. He absorbs 3, takes 4 damage. All right. Prong, like the metallics clang. And then Tester Mon fires his pistol at the guy behind the barricade, hitting on 6. Gets 2 successes. And he takes 1, so he takes 1 damage. Then Magnum Gun hits, 2 successes. And absorbs 1 of them, takes another point of damage. Laser Rifle. 5 dice. Woo! Got through. Plus gets to re-roll a failed die, because technically that's failed. Oh, man, that's nice. 2, 4, 6, 8. So 8 dice. Successes. Absorbs 1, 7. Drops dead. And then moves up. Kathmandu moves up. Now that that part is done. There's 3 more in the end of the hall here. 4 more, I mean. And so they are going to attack. One of them attacks Gronk with a sword because he's right on him. And he's so rattled he does nothing. The other one, they back up to that door because he isn't close enough yet. And so they let fly with their crossbows. So 3 of them firing off crossbows. And all right, so he's got 1 success here he has to dodge. And he does. 2 successes here. Nope. Does 1 of them, gets 1 damage. Crossbow bolt sticking out of him like a pincushion. And then 3. 3 successes here. Oh, easily, all 4 success. No problem. All right, initiative. Been pretty good on initiative. It's bound to not happen here eventually. All right, so they all roll. Ooh, not Tester Mon. Tester Mon is going after. So, Gronk is going to try to smash the guy he's been smashing already. All right, pretty good, pretty good. So 2, 4, 6, 8 on one of these guys. And he absorbs 2 of them, takes 6 damage. That drops him, so there's down to 3. And this hallway that is now running slick with Silver Knight blood. Then Kathmandu lets fire at one with his laser rifle and gets 2 successes. Guy behind there. He takes no damage. Then Tester Mon moves up and fires with a pistol. Oh no, Tester Mon has to go after. Wow. Cherry Red moves up and attacks with her Magnum. Ugh. Yuck. And then now they attack. 3 of them just attack Gronk now because Gronk's a threat, a big-time threat. They attack with their swords, and not so great. Not terrible, but not great either. Guess that's good for Gronk, right? All right, so he's got to save 1. And he does. He's got to save 1. And he does. And he's got to save 3. And saves 1, takes 2 damage. 14. All right. Now Testermon moves up, fires a gun. He's going to stand behind Kathmandu. Fires off the gun. Pistol. No go. All right, initiative. There are 3 remaining Silver Knights fighting for their lives as those that they have wronged make their way down for vengeance. They all go before the Silver Knights. Gronk unleashes on a fresh one to the left. Oh man, it's just terrible. 4 successes. And it saves 2, takes 2 damage. All right. Testermon pistol. And that's a 2 successes. And it takes 1 damage. Attacking one on the right. And then Kathmandu with the laser pistol. And gets 2 successes. And no whammy, as they used to say. Cherry Red Magnum. There we go. Gets 2 successes. And absorbs only 1. All right. So now they attack. They're going to attack Gronk because he's a mutant and he is formidable. They are very afraid of him. So they are going to attack, stabbing with their swords, stabbing at the beast with their steely knives. But they just can't kill the beast. Yes, that's how it goes. How the song goes. All right, I've got to save against 1 success. And doesn't. Takes point damage. Has to save against 1 success. And does. Has to save against 4 successes. And does. All 4. Sweet. Take that, Silver Knight scumbag. All right, cool. So now it is initiative again. See if the heroes can continue their onslaught. Looks like Testermon is going after again. So here we go. Gronk is going to smash down on the one he's been smashing. And there we go. There we go, Charlie. There we go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. That's a lot better. And saves 3. Takes 8. That's enough to drop him. 2 left in the hall. Sword stabbing. Cherry Red unleashes a magnum shot and misses because they're behind a barricade. Technically Gronk as well. So the shot goes awry. Laser rifle. Woo! All right, laser rifle. That's 6 successes. And he saves 2 of them. That's 4. And then he attacks. 2 of them attack. They attack Gronk. Not too shabby. 1 attack's not too shabby at all. So that's 1 success. And over here we have 4 successes. So the 1 he dodges. And the 4 he dodges 2, takes 2 more damage. And now Testermon, let's fly with a pistol shot. Oh, gets 2 successes for 4 successes. 2 6s and 4 successes. Nice. 4 successes. And he absorbs 3, take 1. Still up, 2 fighting. Initiative. Can the heroes of Cratertown, the Avengers of Cratertown, can they be successful? and they are all going before their enemy. Suddenly a siren sound happens and lights start flashing. And so the fight continues. So Gronk unleashes with his railroad track. Oh my goodness gracious. That has got to be one of the most horrible rolls in the history of this channel. So one success. Gets to reroll one. So one success. I mean, he must have completely and totally whiffed that over that guy's head. Guy barely dodged it, though, but still. That was ugly. All right. And then pistol. Pew! No damage because of barricades. Laser rifle. Ooh. Nope. So 2 successes on the laser rifle. Saves both of them. That cover is really coming in handy. And then Magnum pistol. Nope. So the cover barricades are saving these Silver Knights' lives. All right, so that brings us to the Silver Knight attacks. Since there's only 2, they're trying to bring Gronk down, stabbing him, stabbing him, stabbing him. Because even if they have to give their own lives, hopefully they can weaken him enough before he heads into, before they head into the interior, because they're certainly going to make it in there. Yikes, that's 4 successes each attacker. So this left hand are the black ones, and this left hand is the gray ones. So absorb 2 from the gray ones and takes 2 damage. And absorbs 2 from those darker ones and takes 2 more damage. Oh my goodness. All right, so things are not looking great for Gronk. He's pretty well messed up. All right, initiative. All right. Maybe Testermon's going to have to heal him. Everybody go, oh, except Testermon. Of course. He goes after. Everybody else goes before. Gronk unleashes clanging metal. Swam. Better than last time. Holy moly. All right, so does 2, 4, 6, 8 successes on one of them. And he saves 2, takes 6. That's enough to drop him. There's 1 left. They're zealots, so they fight to the death. Laser rifle. No. Gets reroll 1, fail. No. Okay. Magnum pistol. Woot! So 4 successes. And he saves 1, takes 3. Okay, he stabs Gronk and misses. And Testermon unleashes... are we on a mental blast? Sure, let's make it a mental blast. And gets 2 successes. So that's 2d3 damage. Does 3 damage to the thing, to the guy's brain. Now it is initiative. Coco's making noise back there. All right, so looks like Gronk goes after. Everybody else goes before. So he's gonna move up and cast healing, or not cast. Focus mental energies into a healing touch, and gets 3 successes, and that is 2, 3, 4 healed, back to 11. Gets 2 more of those today. Magnum pistol. One of them got through. It's 2 successes. And easily dodge. Yeah, the barricades are making a huge difference in how long the battle is taking for them to take down these enemies. Or maybe their enemies are just that good. You ever think of that? All right, and then... did I attack Kathmandu? Well, you know what? If I did, Kathmandu gets 2 attacks this turn. Oh, there you go. 4 successes. And dodges 2 of them. All right. Now it's his attack. He attacks Gronk and gets 1 success. Gronk absorbs that attack easily. Now Gronk has his turn. Metal flying up. flying down, blood spraying, maybe. All right, 2, 4, 6, 8. Saves 1, that's 7 dies. So now this hell has been avenged. So they go down to the door. Gronk has to try to rip it open. He's gonna try to rip it open with his strength. So he gets 4 dice. All he needs, and now the door is pretty solid. So he needs a 6 on any of these dice, and he is successful in opening it. He gets to reroll 1 strength check, and he does. Rips open the door, and revealed is a decent sized room. And defending that room, I think for this battle, for the barricades, because I'm going to have people behind these crates here, and maybe behind here as well, I'm going to have them, it's going to add 2 defense dice, and we'll see if that makes any difference in how things play out. So Gronk comes bursting through the door into this large room. There doesn't appear to be any other way out of this room. And at the back of the room, there's double doors here, and there's 2 doors here, as you can see on the map tiles. Hopefully the glare isn't too bad. I'm not looking at the camera. Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's too bad a glare, hopefully. Good. And then, so there are two silver paragons that have laser pistols, and there are should I go 6? No, we'll just say 4. There's a lot of people outside. So there's 4 knights and 2 paragons. Paragons, yeah, okay. They're kind of the leaders of each of the squads of silver knights. All right, so give us back our people. And the silver paragon's like, over all dead bodies. And takes aim with the laser pistol. Initiative. And Testermon goes after. And oh my gosh, Cherry Red goes after. Kathmandu goes before, and Gronk goes after. So these guys kind of got the. I guess they were kind of waiting for him. So I guess the dice do end up telling stories. All right, so they enter in. Gronk is here. Everybody else is behind him. And Kathmandu has first attack. Not going to fire at the ones behind the crate. Going to fire at Silver Paragon on the right. And then there's 2. Each of the Paragons has 2 guards. And so they unleash. So it's Kathmandu with his laser rifle. Those Paragons are standing like over here. So she gets line of sight on the one on the left. So she fires off a laser rifle. No, so 2, 4, 6, 8. Since that is an energy weapon, it gets to reroll a failed save on it. Oh my goodness. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 successes on that Silver Paragon. Silver Paragons have better armor, so they roll 5 defense dice. And only absorbs 2 of the 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So it takes 7 damage, one of the Paragons. Nice shot, mutant scum. And so now they unleash 2 laser pistols fly at Gronk. They fire off their laser pistols at Gronk. They go on 5D. No, 4D. But these are laser pistols, so they hit on 3s, and they do extra attacks on 4+, extra successes. So that's pretty good on that laser pistol, and that's okay on that laser pistol. All right, so Gronk's going to save against the 3 successes over here on the right, and saves that no problem. And then he's got 2, 4, 6, 7 to save against here, and saves one of them, takes 6 down to 5. Uh-oh. All right, so now Gronk charges the Silver Knight over there. Oh wait, the other Silver Knights get to attack. I forgot. All right, so they have, they come in front of Gronk. These two come in front of Gronk and attack with swords, trying to take down the mutant scum. And one of them does nothing, and the other one has 2 successes. Gronk has to save against 2, and does easily. He's going to shove them out of the way. All right, so the other 2 come around here and unleash crossbow bolts at Tester or Catmandu's kind of covered, so they're going to hit Tester Bomb and crossbow bolts because they don't like mutants and will attack them first no matter what. And so Tester Mon has 2 successes he has to save against and 4 successes he has to save against. So he's going to save against the 2 first and saves against the 2 4. I must have bumped that, so we'll say 2, 3, 4. So 4, and saves 2, takes 2 damage down to 6. All right. Okay, so now they get to go. Gronk. Gronk is going to just smash. You know what I'm going to do? Okay, so Gronk was to smash both of them in front of him. So what I'm going to do with my system is, Gronk normally hits on a 4 because he wants to take out both of them. He has to hit on a 5 or 6. So he's going to take a swing. And gets reroll failed. Oh my goodness. So basically 2 successes. Gronk is not rolling well at all in this climactic, terrible battle. Since that's only enough successes for 1. Or maybe I should do it if they drop 1, any extra damage goes on to another one, like an old cleave rule or something. Well, we'll do that instead. But anyway, either way, 2 successes that this Silver Knight has to save against. It saves easily, catches the huge blow on the shield. There's a huge clang, probably broke the arm, but still up and fighting. Or swung over its head and couldn't hit him. All right, Cherry Red fires off Magnum pistol with one of the guys over here shooting at him, or at Tester Mon. Doesn't have cover, so 4 successes. And he saves 3. And then Catmandu can't really see the paragons anymore, so he's going to turn his laser rifle on the one that Cherry Red just shot at. She unleashes. Oh wait, she went before already. Never mind, forget it. I'm sorry. Tester Mon. Tester Mon is going to have to cast Healing Touch on himself. He's only going to have 1 left for the day. That's 3 successes and 2, 5, 6. So heals 6, but only has 1 of those left this day. All right, now it's initiative. Hopefully I can roll initiative better this time, because this is it. Heating up. And gets reroll failed agility test. So everybody now goes before the Paragons and before the Silver Knights. All right, so Gronk is going to smash the one in front of him. That's a lot better. And does 2, 4, 6, 8 on one of them. And he saves 3, taking 5. All right, that's Gronk. Gronk's having it. Cherry Red fires off Magnum pistol. Ooh, pretty good. So does 2, 4, 6 successes. And 3, so that's 3 damage. Laser rifle on one of them. On the same one, they keep concentrating their fire. Reroll failed. So laser rifles hit on 3s and double successes on 2, 4, 6, 8 successes with the laser rifle. Absorbs 2, takes 6, and drops down to 1 over here. It's going to step behind cover. I think everybody is attacked because Testermon, or acted because Testermon healed himself. Gronk unleashed. Yeah, okay, cool. So it's their attack. So he steps out from behind cover, fires at Fires at Testermon. Testermon's still standing there. Testermon should have taken cover. Fires off on Testermon. With a crossbow. And 3 successes. Testermon gets 2 successes, takes 1 damage. All right. So, and then the 2 Paragons unleash laser blasts from their pistols. Die, mutant scum. Pistols are laser pistols, so they hit on 3s and do additional successes on 4+. So it has to save against 3 here. I don't know, Gronk. Gronk might not be long for the world here. Saves 2, takes 1. And has to save against 2, 4, 6 here. Saves 2, takes 4. He's down. Woo! Gronk has fallen to the laser pistols of Silver Paragons. All right. So some crazy stuff going on here. All right. So Gronk is down. And the other 2 that were fighting him, they, I guess will just, you know what? I think they'll step over Gronk's body and attack Kathmandu. So 2 of them attack Kathmandu with their swords. Oof. Ooh. Ooh. All right, Kathmandu's got to save against. She gets 6 because she has her sports gear on. Gonna save against 2, and wow, gets to reroll. Oh my gosh, it takes 1. That was horrible. And then, okay, I have to pause here, and I'll be back. And we're back. Kathmandu just attacked. I'm gonna have Cherry Red attack with her Magnum. And I think going forward now, I'm going to have her, she's going to have to reload after this shot. So she's looking at 3 successes. And the Silver Knight saves 2, takes 1. So that's that one over there. They stepped out and they were, oh yeah, and they stepped back. Yep. And she got a shot off before they stepped back behind cover. All right, so Testermon has 1 more healing touch left. He's gonna move up and use it on Gronk. Gets to reroll. Oh my goodness! Oh man, 2 successes. 4. So Gronk is at 4 now, and that's the last healing touch that Testermon has on the day. So this is going to get really interesting. However, that also opened Testermon up to attacks from them. So I think, yeah, I think we're going to go to initiative. To be fair, when I did go off camera, I kind of forgot exactly where I was, but I think initiative is a fair way to do this. So here we go. Remember, you need to roll 4s to go before the Silver Knights. And Cherry Red goes after. All right, but everybody else is going before. So Gronk is not exactly happy. And since those 2 are past him, he's going to go on the bosses, because they're the ones that shot him down with a laser gun. So he's going after the one on the left. And then I also think, for energy weapons, I've kind of been forgetting this. I think for both sides, any rolls of 2 1s means that the energy cell has run out from this point on. All right, so Gronk moves up and attack one of the leaders with his railroad track club. He is not happy. All right, so he gets 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 successes. And they have, I'm going to give them They don't have shields, so they go with 4 dice. And absorbs 2 of them. So it takes 2, 4, 6, 7, which is enough to drop that one after having taken a shot from earlier. So there goes one of them down. And Gronk is a ball of rage. Testermon is hand-to-hand with 2 of the others. So he is not very good at hand-to-hand. He has 1 Mind Blast left, but he's going to save it. He's going to take a withdrawal from combat and hide behind some barrels and come back fresh, which opens up the attack from Kathmandu. She unleashes with her laser rifle before they get too close to her. And that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 successes on one of the knights that's standing there right in front of her. Woo! He absorbed 4, takes 5, but that's enough to drop him. She's got 1 knight on the left, the leader, another a paragon, silver paragon here, and another silver knight over here, hiding in cover. So I think I'll have fun, and silver paragon is here. I'll mark them with dice. We've got another one coming down the aisle here, and we got one hiding behind there. So that'll help me keep track and help you at home keep track as we continue this battle. All right, so now they get to attack. So the 1 silver knight just rushes up and attacks Cherry Red with his sword. Human, you have betrayed your kind, and attacks. And gets 1 success. Cherry Red says, I do what I choose to do. And absorbs that attack with no problem from his attack with his silver sword. All right, the next one moves up and attacks Kathmandu with a sword. And that is 2 successes. Kathmandu is going to try to dodge away. Got the sports gear on and easily dodges that, no problem. And then the Paragon takes its laser pistol and fires it off. Hitting on 3s, plus successes on 4 plus. Oh my goodness. Gronk. It fires at Gronk, gets 2 successes. Gronk takes 1 damage. All right. Now, Testermon gets an attack. Testermon is going to, he's up for he has a mental blast, so he's going to, he peeks up and sees the one on Kathmandu, but I think he wants to try to soften up. I mean, he's technically Gronk, so he's gonna move over here and mental blast, get within range and mental blast one of the Paragons over there. So, and 2 successes, gets to reroll failed success. Ooh, 4 successes on the Paragon. D3 damage each. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 7, 8 damage on a Paragon. Urgh. Grabs it, said, keep your mutant powers out, filth out of my head. Wait a second. That should have been Cherry Red attacking. We'll just say that that's initiative. Hopefully, Testermon will win initiative. Cherry Red's attacking with a, well, can shoot with that Magnum, but it's because it's in close range, it only hits on 6s. So we're going to do that. That's what the rule is for close. And no 6s. So the pistol blast goes awry. Now we're going to roll initiative. And hope that Testermon wins initiative because, well, if not, I'll retrowrite. I know what to do. All right, here we go. Testermon does get initiative. So does everyone, so that works. So Testermon's already acted this round. Gone and done a mental blast on Paragon. Gronk is going to go try to finish the Paragon off. Moves up on the Paragon and unleashes. Reroll a failed. And hits on 4s. And double successes on 5, 6. 2, 4, 6, 8. So 8 successes on the Paragon. Paragon is reeling. Manages to absorb 2, takes 6 damage. That is enough to end him as well. He drops. Cherry Red takes her battle axe, which she loves, her beloved battle axe, and takes a swing at the Silver Knight. That's pretty decent. There's a 4. That was a 4. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 successes. And absorbs 2 and takes 3 damage. And then Kathmandu just unleashes with her claws. 5D, agility, based attack. Gets to reroll a failed roll and gets 2 successes. And the Silver Knight catches them on his shield, and he's good to go. All right. So now it's their attack. So one attacks Kathmandu, stabs with a sword, does 3 successes. Kathmandu has sports gear plus good agility, and only absorbs 2 of the 3 successes. Takes 1 damage. All right. Then the other one attacks Cherry Red. Traitor to the human race. Die. And 2 successes. Cherry Red. And easily absorbs that attack on her shield. Not so filthy now, am I? All right, initiative. Dramatic music. Oh, Gronk. Not Grog. Gronk. Oh, man. Testermon and Gronk both go after. This could be bad. Cherry Red is going to attack with her battle axe. Oh, my gosh. Horrible. 1 success. And absorbs it. And then Kathmandu is attacked. Woo, good. Man, nasty. 2, 4, 5. Kathmandu's got to save 5. And saves 4, takes 1. That's sports gears coming in clutch. All right. Now, Gronk takes a smash at the one fighting Kathmandu. Not too shabby. That is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 successes, which translates after a defense roll to 7 damage. And his bell is rung, but he is still standing. And Testermon goes up to here and goes to the Paragon, searches the Paragon, and finds what he thinks is a key card that will open that door. He has some experience with these based on his other explorations through ancient ruins. So he searched, and that's what he did. All right, and then now they attack. One attacks Kathmandu. Two successes. Kathmandu gets 3 and avoids the attack. And the other one attacks Cherry Red and gets 3 successes. Cherry Red easily dodges that attack. All right, initiative. And here we go. And everybody goes before the bad guys. So Gronk has had enough. He's at the limits of his patience. He unleashes a high two-handed swing down on the head of this Silver Knight. And 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 successes. And he absorbs 2. That is enough to end him. And then a battle axe attack from everybody everybody's favorite, cherry red. And you, 2 successes. And it gets 2 defense, so no damage, cherry red. A little anticlimactic. Kathmandu spins around and unleashes her claws. Ooh, pretty good. And rerolls the agility. Yeah, so 1, 2, 4. 4 successes. And he absorbs none of them. Takes all 4. Still up, still fighting. Spitting mad. Can't believe he's getting beat by these soiled, horrible mutants. And now, he attacks. He attacks cherry red. And gets 2 successes. Cherry red easily dodges that attack. Initiative. Everybody goes before the bad guys. All right, so Testermon has to make a mind test to figure out how to work the key card. Shouldn't be a problem. Also gets a, he's skilled, gets a success, is able to open this door, and huddled inside are people he knows from Cratertown. Says, please follow me. We will lead you to safety. And so they all recognize Testermon, and then Testermon is going to go over to the other doors and release more there on the next round. So that was Testermon's action. Battle Axe swinging at the Silver Knight and gets 3 successes. Silver Knight bobs, weaves, puts up a shield, and saves the attack. Takes no damage. Then Kathmandu, claws. Oh my goodness. 2 successes. Wow. Managed to salvage that. That was a horrible roll. Absolutely horrible. And, takes 1 damage. And that's enough to fell him. Took him across the face. Boom. Down. All the Silver Knights in this holding pen are now down. Testermon knows how to open these doors. Opens them up. Please follow us. We will lead you to safety. So they make their way back down the long hallway. The people of Cratertown spit on the Silver Knights as they go by. And they're thank you for saving us, friends. We weren't sure what our fate was going to be. And then they make their way outside and the battle is over. Of the 24 that came to help the heroes free Cratertown, 10 have perished. It's a large cost, but all the Silver Knights have either been just beaten or run away or fled. They are victorious on the day. Since Cratertown no longer exists, the Elias and the others invite the heroes to return with them. The problem is they're not going to be able to take the 12 survivors of Cratertown along with them. Well, they're going to try. They'll put them on top of the truck. They're going to try the best. Maybe they can find a cart in Cratertown and hook it up behind the cart and take them back to the city. That's what they're going to do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a kind of bittersweet happy ending to this storyline. I am going to move on to another game system, another whole game experience in the next video. I will, of course, revisit 6 Dice Wastelands on this channel sometime in the future, but for now, I'm going to shift gears and tune in next week to find out what that is. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy watching these as I play through these adventures and play test my system. It's just one of the great joys of being a gamer and getting to share all of this with you. So once again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, keep on rolling dice and playing games. Magehammer out.